And a lot of your book is about stuff that we share in common. The idea that wokeness, which started out as a great thing, alert to injustice, all down for that, and it morphed into something else.
Yeah, weaponized.
And now it's where common sense goes to die.
Right. I think somebody needs to call that out. But people, the percentage of people that are unwilling to speak out and say what they think has tripled since 1950. People just say, it's easier just not to say anything.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's coming at a very high cost if we allow our narrative in America to be hijacked by these fringe factions on either tail of the distribution here. And you know I'm not political. You try to sucker me into being political, but I'm not political.
And I'm going to... and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again because I don't think you can. Because I don't think you can. What you're trying to do, I don't think you can do it without being political. You're trying to divorce these issues from politics, and you can't because they're intimately involved with politics, and you can't avoid politics. You talk a lot about this kind of woke stuff, which I do too, and I get it. But I also attack the other side equally. I didn't see that as much. I mean, what Trump is doing with the rule of law. I know you say in your book you're no big fan of Biden. That's as political as you'll get. Well, a lot of people aren't, but I have what I call the blue liquid doctrine. Do you know what that is?
No.
If it's Trump against Biden, I will vote for Biden's head in a jar of blue liquid.
I don't know what that means.
And that tells you that basically Bill Maher's head is in a jar of blue liquid.
That's a weird example.
But which basically means that he's so ideal. I could go over to that board, my classic glass whiteboard, and show you the structure of a stronghold, according to the Greek construct of what the Apostle Paul speaks of in the New Testament. It's a 3-level power that goes over your head. At the first level, it's just an opinion. It's an opinion. You know, I think this, I think that. At the second level, it gets a little more intense. You begin to develop a belief system. Now, the belief system is being told what data to link together to make a case. And if you're not careful, you'll go to the third level, and that's when you get zombified. You develop a conviction. Now you go from evaluating the facts to being someone who doesn't have an idea has them. The moment the idea has you, you now see everything through the lens of race. You see it all through the lens of gender. You see it all through the lens of gay or oppression or Marxism. The only safety valve is to develop a love of the truth and a disposition of humility, which is a regular habit of recognizing you don't know everything and you're constantly learning something that reminds you that you just might be holding something as a conviction. You ought to bump down to a belief, and a belief you maybe should move to an opinion, and maybe you should be examining your opinions. Mercedes, you have something you want to say?
Yeah, I just want to bring up something that you've been saying a lot recently, which is, and I don't know who said this to you, but this idea that these aren't political issues. Like Bill's trying to make the point. These are political issues. I don't know how you get away from these political issues. And the point is, Bill, they're not political. They're moral issues. Many of the issues we're debating in society today, these are moral issues that have been weaponized and turned into political issues. And so you have to flip it on its head and say, wait a minute, this abortion was moral way before it became political, you know, and likewise, like how we handle illegal immigration, you know, we have rule of law here. We have, you know, I've been doing all this ancestry research. I watched how my ancestors came over, all documented. I could go back and see it. I could see when they came over. I have that as a legacy. These people don't even have that because we don't know who's coming in. And a lot of times it's not even, like, I know cartels are moving people, trafficking people. Those are moral issues.